This is Chris Johnson, Chief Sales Officer with SurePath Lending. You're about to look at a snippet of a conversation between me and my good friend Cynthia Randle. Cynthia is a broker here in the Dallas area. The conversation was about how a loan officer and a real estate partner can work together to make sure that the deals go as smooth as possible. But I do want to go over some sticking points that we as lenders sometimes experience from the real estate standpoint. Two in particular. One is, why do we have less than 30 days to close transactions?
Why do we ask for that is the question.
Why?
When we are trying to present an offer and there's multiple offers, or we want to have a better success, or as far as getting the deal done, we will put 20 days, 15 days, right?
Okay.
Do I recommend it? Because I know that if you do 15 days, it is pulling teeth, because you're asking for a lot of documents like every day.
Yeah, it's not fun at all for anybody.
And so, but I think that, if it needs to be done, I think you guys can do it. Right?
Yes, sometimes we can do it. It depends on how clean the client is. If the client is a W-2 employee, if they have a lot of assets, if they have a good credit score, those loans can fly through. If they don't, then they don't fly through in 15 days. At times, it's just not achievable. And if it is, we're going to stress everybody out. But that makes sense. So I think what we can do, your family and my family, is when you do have to go 15 days, let's game plan, you and me, before we submit the offer.
Get them pre-approved.
Yeah, just make sure that we can achieve the 15 days.
Have them through underwriting first.
You see, and that brings me to what I'm thinking. That brings me to the second sticking point that I have sometimes with real estate agents is they want pre-quals, not pre-approvals. Let me ask you this. Do you know the difference?
Of course.
What's the difference?
Pre-qualification means that you've kind of seen most of what you need from them, but you haven't seen you haven't verified any of the documents basically. And that's going through underwriting. You're pre-approved means you've gotten their W-2s. You've done the verification of employment. You've calculated their income correctly. Versus the other one, you just look at their credit scores, their income, and you're like, oh, okay, this is good. The other one, you actually get more in-depth and you really dig in to make sure that they do qualify.
That was spot on. That's exactly the difference. Then why would we submit an offer without a pre-approval and we submit it on a pre-qual?
The thing is sometimes our clients, and I can be one of them, you ask for a document and they may get it to you 2-3 days later. I'm going through a refi right now and Ashley asked me for a document and I send it to her 6 days later.
Yeah.
Because I'm super busy. So just like me, right? It is a priority. It is a priority for me to get this refinance done because it's going to save me a lot of money. But things happen, things get in the way and you just, oh my God, I forgot, right? And that's the same thing that's going to happen with our clients. And I think that's a lot of the times where communication with the
over communication.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, Cynthia, your client didn't call me today. Your client didn't upload their documents. Can you please, nudge them real quick and see if they can get that done so we can get you a pre-approval versus a pre-qual.
Pre-qual. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it's really all of that stuff. Because the thing is if if you're super organized, type A, person, they're going to have all those documents and they're just going to upload them. But if you have somebody that's not as, type A, me, I got to call my CPA. Hey, can you send me my documents? How long is that going to take? That's 24 hours to 48 hours because depending on how busy your CPA is. So, it's just so much more than just, here, let me give it to you, right? So
to help the boutique family continue to grow, I heard a couple things. One, I'm going to over communicate. We're going to get people pre-approved, not pre-qual.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
fast.
Yeah, but you're going to give me 21 days, not 15 days.
I can do 21 days.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can do 21 days too. As long as we can agree on that, then I think that we can.
But when I need 15 days, if it's a multiple offer, I can call you and say, hey, Chris, I need a 15-day.
You can, but then that needs to make sure that myself, my underwriters, and everyone did due diligence to make sure
Sips
that.
tea.
Yeah, you can sip whatever you want. Just make sure we understand when it comes to 15 days, though, that I must have all the documents. Everything must be buttoned up before we submit a 15-day contract.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
I think you're trying to get a point across
No,
here.
no point. Just want to make sure that we have a good amount of time to close the deal, because the level of stress when it comes to the financing, it is a lot, because we have the buyer's agent, we have the listing agent, we have the client who's at the middle of this transaction. They're moving out of their house. They got to get into their house. The last thing we want is someone living in a hotel for a few days because we missed a close date. And so, it's just good to make sure that we have everything in order to just get it to the finish line so everybody's happy.
The client wins, you win, we win, we all win.
Yeah.
And that's the goal.
Thank you for listening on the conversation I had with Cynthia. If you want to listen to the whole conversation, go ahead and follow or like us or hit the subscribe button below.